Brr.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at his 4. A little joke. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tight right. We got three. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Hut.
Michelle, his first carry. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He ain't going nowhere. Watch tight. Tight end right. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, second and 15.
Red 38.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Page. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Red 38. Hut.
On second down, Michelle.
Run.
Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Hut.
They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I already pressed it. My bad. Yeah. Oh, what happened? You there? That was weird. Yeah, I know. I know. I challenge. Let me. That's the first time I've ever seen that. That's like the second time I've ever seen that challenge be there. I thought for sure he had his feet in. This dude has thrown 36 interceptions. Holy shit.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in
That's still a lot.
TIAA Bank Field
Not for the
here
game
in
though. I don't know.
Jacksonville.
That user
Let's
lurking
see, a
shit
few
fucking be
moments
fucking
ago, here it
ridiculous in this
is. It's
game.
unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their
Yeah,
guys are ready to do battle between the New
that
England
shit gets on my
Patriots
nerves.
and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. Now I gotta start over. Man. You too, bro.
Tight, guys, double tight. Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Check 84.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down.
What happened now?
But able to slip across the 35.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end's right. Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Red 38!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a closer ball. He's intercepted. Kicked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, conditions that were really quick. The defensive side of the ball to let him know that's got to stop.
Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And on the ground they go with the run back.
Check the call.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Gun! Watch tight end. Tight right.
On first down, Allen eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watch tight end. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Gun! Rush in. Detroit! Hot!
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Allen off the play fake. Into the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen from the gun on third down. He finds Safarian Jenkins. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for first and 10.
Strong right. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
What's left? I got you, punk. Gun! 56, my 56. I got you, son.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So in the Pats territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Even. Watch him now, Barney. Slam.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. Alert. Gun, 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 gun. 6. Mike's 56. Gun, 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 gun.
From midfield, here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Leopard. 4 down, check. No, check. Patriot, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch twist. Gun.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Tight end right. Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Mike. Hot.
They'll drop the throw.
Man, I got you.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Tight end right. Hey.
Now they'll run it on the cross. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Leopard! Gun! Mike to 59.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sign.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
Check,
you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
He's tight on the right. Leopard!
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Check.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to him on first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him.
You good? Your running back is disappearing. Who you got? I see 3. Oh, wow. Damn, Dalvin Cook got suspended?
Diagnose a play and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now with the play clock about to expire,
I'm surprised about how
and
whack Sony
timeout.
Michel ended.
They'll
Sony
have 2
Michel ended
remaining
up.
as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Sony Michel for the Patriots? This is what, year 3 or 4? No, he's good. Oh, he's hurt.
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now Allen throwing on second.
Oh my
He's gonna
God.
throw one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Oh, come on.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Shit.
Mike's 5'9".
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Strong right. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give them the sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37.
Hey, we got 3. Here we go. What? 9.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And that play is blown up, losing yardage
Gronky,
back at the
stupid
35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play.
What the
and
fucking...
that'll make it 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
3 down.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And
Come
he
on.
stopped immediately there.
Yard, shit.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play.
What was it?
Holding them to no gain.
Out. Come on, let's go. What? 9.
On the handoff, it's Michelle.
Here I come.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, 4 down. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Flex round. Cut.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Here they come.
Wilson snags it outside. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Let's go. What? 90.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line.
Ohio.
2nd and goal.
Here we go. Red 38.
get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Flex round!
Call it no
Flex
gain
round!
that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Ohio!
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
They'll set up the throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Really all the way down just about, and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out come the Jags. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the ball comes out.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. White, 90. White, 90.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and
Let's
stop
go.
them.
Red 38. Red 38.
Back to throw here. Able to push his way through. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not
That
as
boy
much
has no wheels.
exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
I know, but I moved the right stick to the right when you do that, and it helps. But fucking, I pressed sprint to run, and he's about as slow as Tom Brady. That's picked.
That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty.
Oh, holding.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Tight end right. Tight end right. Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, nice move. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration
Let's
with
go.
a capital
What?
F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else.
You got no spin move, Sonny.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs.
I don't know how he got through that.
That made it happen. They put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got
I call that stick magic. Not stick work. It's stick magic. Oh, that's picked. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, shit. I didn't even see him.
He's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Damn.
Gosh, you add
Good
up
pick.
last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. No. Check. Patriots.
And he'll go on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points. That was another example of that. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Let's take
Oh, shit.
It'll be a 41-yard punt.
That motherfucker got through that shit.
The return. And the Patriots take over. Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To Michelle on the screen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
No, I hate those. On those freaking, especially on those face mask calls. Shit.
Pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that,
You can do that. Does that work?
I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sack! Ha! Got him!
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go! What? 90!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's picked again. Should have watched where I was throwing it.
Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, try to get it all back in one play, and it back.
Turn the light off, Landon.
Feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count. Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey! 4 down.
To throw on 2nd down. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go! What? 90!
Now back to throw.
We won't! Come to
And the pressure will get to him. He
Fucking
goes
holding
down.
again?
Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Jack, we got him.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Tiny is on the Ringo. Let's go! Red 38! Ohio!
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Trying to get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And on the ground we go with a running back. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He wasn't ready.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Back now in Jacksonville. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6.
No, you dumb
Call
fuck.
that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Single receiver, single.
Come on, let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
Sponge, sponge, sponge.
And he gets the shell on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight left.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Flex round!
He'll look to throw. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
Here
I'm
we
going to
go!
keep firing.
He'll run it now. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ohio! Ohio!
4 down, 4 down.
Ohio! Ohio!
He'll drop to throw.
Check.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Fuck.
Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
No.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Tight end right.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Oh.
Dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen, flush to his right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one.
Ooh.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
You in that upright.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Check 20.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38. Ohio.
Check 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 for the 25.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Shit, 1/4 of my ball? Alright. Guess we got quit. Fuck.